you're gonna do bingo, head over there. Now you can go, Mitch.
Like you
Oh, wait,
said,
one more thing. I'm just.
he's doing my work for me. I should pay him or something. I don't know. Like you said, my name is Mitchell Shaw. I'm a music major here at Viterbo University. I'm from Bemidji, Minnesota, so it's been an interesting transition into the Wisconsin life. I find myself doing a lot of things that Minnesotans do all the time that don't really fly here. I went up to somebody in the cafe and I just said, could I get a pop, please? And I just got nothing right here. And I realized there's a few things that Minnesotans say that Wisconsins don't really reciprocate. But I want to get a feel of the room before I get too far. So how many people here say pop versus soda? Okay, all right, feel a bit more at home. What about soda over pop? Okay, all right. Who here says casserole? Casserole? Okay, where are my hot dish eaters out there? Oh yeah! All right, feeling even more like home. Okay, no rallies now, no rallies. Packers or Vikings?
Go Vikings!
Okay, all right, I'll stay away from the sports jokes. That was a bad idea. Duh, Bears. College is a lot different from any school experience I've had prior to this. In grade school, my one goal was to miss as many days of school as I could possibly manage. But now it costs me $300 a day to not go to school, so the thrill isn't the same. There was nothing, absolutely nothing better than the feeling of getting to sleep in past 8 a.m. because you gave the kid with smallpox a hug. Sorry. That might be a little dark, but don't worry, most of us are vaccinated nowadays. It shouldn't come back. Hopefully. I feel bad for children 100 years ago because they couldn't use that scapegoat. They couldn't get out of school the way we were able to back then. If a kid went up to his mom back then and said, Mother, Billy hasn't been out to play since quite a while ago. Billy's dead, Timmy. Sorry. You got a cough, you're gone back then, so things are a lot different now. Also different from high school is the relationships in college. Back in high school, you would see your partner once, maybe twice a day, either in the hall or on a date to the movies. But now that you're in college, you see them every single day. Whether you're getting breakfast in the morning, or walking to classes, you do homework together, you study together, you sleep together, take showers together, and it challenges relationships. Men, we had the false premonition coming to college that women are these pristine, well put together goddesses. But we learned that they're normal people just like us. They get up at the same time, right before class, they stay up late studying, they emit BO, and here's a shocker, they use a toilet. Honestly, up to this point, I thought all you ladies just shat rainbows. Just being honest. But men were not off the hook either. Women, you assume that us men are lazy, lethargic, loud, sex-driven brutes. Only you're right. Fortunately, that's just how things go. But ladies, let me tell you one thing. You do not know your man until you have watched him play Rainbow Six Siege for 6 hours straight. Competitive video games are what ruins relationships in college. It's true. You think he's cute now. Oh, Brad's so adorable. He's just the one for me. Yeah, watch him slam a controller against the wall. It'll change things. I love Viterbo, though. There isn't a lot of things I think I would change, given I've only been here 4 months. However, I did spend a lot of my childhood in the swimming pool. I love swimming now. You know, land of 10,000 lakes, you either swim or you ski, and you don't have enough seasons. You just get summer and winter, and you got to pick one. you know. So I loved the pool. I grew up in the pool. I remember, though, my first time on the varsity swim team, I had worked really, really hard to make it. A lot of middle schoolers didn't get to make it on the high school team. So I was really excited to be on the high school team, and we went to our first swim meet, competitive swim meet, and I just have the adrenaline of a new chance to impress my new friends. And I get there, and I'm standing on the starting pad. I don't know if my swimming lingo is working, but the starting pad, feel the grit. Then the buzzer goes off, I dive in, and then all of a sudden it's on. The blood is getting hot in my body, and I'm just piercing the water like daggers trying to go. And I see the wall, and I hit the wall, and I do that cool like spin move, that cool like spin, and I push. Do you want me to demonstrate that again? I did the cool spin move, and I pushed. And I see the pad that you have to push to stop the timer, so I'm darting towards the pad, just focused like an eagle, like a hawk. Terrible. Sorry. I'm going towards the pad, and I'm darting the water, and my lungs are starting to close, and they're burning. I feel like my life is going to end. And I get to the pad, and I punch it with one heroic strike, and I get out of the water. And it just feels cool because the water is so hot now. And I just feel relieved that I made it. I don't even care what I placed because I knew I swam my hardest. And then as the adrenaline is wearing off, I started to feel cold. And I looked down, and when I had dived in the water, I lost my swim trunks. I swam my first swim meet 50 meters and back, completely nude. That's my version of the Naked Mile. But the fun thing about this is my parents had come to see me swim and do well, and my dad brought his old camcorder. So if you watch the video, you see two little happy buns going across the water and coming back. And that's when I thank God, because if I had been doing the backstroke, that's a completely different story, ladies and gentlemen. It'd be like a dorsal fin going through the water. A lot of people miss home. I see a lot of people going home for the weekends to go visit their family. And it's kind of a problem on campus. I don't get that luxury. I can't go home. Home for me is about a 7-hour drive through a storm, and I think you see reindeer on the way, if I remember right. But I don't get to go home a lot, so I start to miss my home and my family. And watching people's Snapchat stories, it's just full of beautiful, of dog videos of them with their dogs, and I start to miss my dog. I have a dog, a German short-haired pointer. I'll show you a picture after the show if you want. He's just the cutest little mutt. Only one problem. I think he might be suicidal. The signs are present. When I went back for Christmas break, the first day, he ate an entire bag of rat killer. An entire bag of rat killer. You'd think after one bite, he'd be like, this tastes like the calf's food on the weekend. Just kidding, I love the calf food. I do. They don't know. And it didn't just stop there. We had a fish fry. Is anyone confused when I use that term, fish fry? Do I have to explain that at all? Sorry, just making sure my backwoods lingo doesn't go over your heads. But we had a fish fry, and afterwards my dad set the boiling pot of oil out to cool after we finished the fish fry. And we let it cool, but my dog found it, and he drank all of it. The entire thing. Over a gallon of used vegetable oil is in my dog's body. And for the next 3.5 hours, he looked like a nursing major on the weekend, just vomiting like it is the end of the world. Sorry, nursing majors, you know it to be true. Relatable? Just kidding, sorry. Singly out. But puking is the worst. I can't imagine a worse feeling than puking. I think I'm going to end my set with one last story of a time that most recently happened when I went to a Bible reading. I went to this Bible reading, and it was a great time. We danced, we laughed, we had a good time. Personally, I recited one too many verses, and I made it back, and I figured it was time for me to finish my night. So I came back to campus. The church was a ways away. So I got back to campus, and I got back to my floor, and my friend saw me like making my way to my room, and he's like, "You should come lay down." I was like, "Okay," and I laid down, and I had the urge to use the bathroom, so I got up and, well, I went to the bathroom. And I went and I sat down, and I'm dropping a deuce. When he comes to check on me, he's like, "Mitch, you doing okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, just doing number 2. And then he was like, "Okay," and he left me. And just as he left, I got this whitewash, cold feeling on my face. You know which one I'm talking about? The cold chill across the back of my neck and my face. And I was like, "Oh no, oh God." And I felt vomit start to rise up my esophagus, and I am in sheer terror. Because, if you don't remember, I'm seated. And I realize I have 2 options. Either I do some really cool aerobatic move to get to my knees so I can vomit, or I go with the second option. And ladies and gentlemen, I went with the second option. So I'm sitting there, vomit's rising, and I just give one last Hail Mary, and all over my crotch. And I find myself at the lowest point of my life, head in my fists, and I just rethought my entire life. And then I did the cowboy waltz to the shower and took care of business. Thank you all so much. It's been a wonderful audience.